Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spelling in this direction as the orange Chinese. This is Nomad Mad. We have the Studioloop. Spawn as the red Japanese. We have Uwaga Slisko. And spawn as the red, or no, that's still red. Spawn as the blue Ottomans. We have St.Fu. Spawn as the yellow Aztecs with Tigas, Revela, Rucadoura. Spawn as the Cyan French, well, Wololo. And spawn as the Magenta Indians. We have the codefender. So we got 3v3 on Nomad map. Town center starting being deployed on the field. There's some hurdles on the map. We've got some sheep. They can be very fluffy. And for our natives of the map, we do have, looks like the Cree, which can give you access to Cree trackers, a skirmisher, a Cree chorus boys, a French villager variant. Let's see over here, we do have the more Cree. Looks like there's just 4 settlements of Cree. When it comes to the upgrades, I guess, if there's only 1 Cree, we got all hit points increased by 5%, at least all infantry and cavalry, I should say. Cree kinship. Reduce native warrior build time and the native villager build time by 45%. And Cree woven cloth can use to reduce the cost and construction time of buildings, reducing their food, wood, and coin, and their production costs by 25%. Wonders get a plus 25% build time to even out. Let's take a quick look at decks. I'm not going to really go in depth unless I see something fancy. Probably just focus on team cards. We do have Team Tron Dio improved villagers and fishing boats gather rate by 8% for your entire team. That's actually pretty nice. Since it's 2 teammates, that will effectively increase your team's collection rate by potentially 24% in a team collective. I don't see other team cards. We do, of course, have some. Looks like it's a defensive Japanese. We got the Kill Castle. We got the extensive fortifications. Yeah, it looks like defensive Japanese with even. Wait, they can get terraced hillsides. I thought that was a Incan card. Huh. Guess the Japanese can get that as well. Japan used terracing for the French. Got quite a bit of Age 1 cards. What's this card? Here's a French explorer in combat, allows them to heal units, and gives a powerful canine combat. Not if probably that's gonna be an Age 1 card if it was balanced. Warriors move fast and do more damage to treasure guardians. That is worthless. French tycoon. The deck is tycoon. Overall, I'm not too impressed by the French deck. For the Aztecs, Terra, let's see. Of course, got the high exilization, make your warrior priest and war chief better. It makes your warrior priest collect better at the community plaza, not bad. Does get the 3 warrior priest cards, and maybe you're going to use warrior priest to get the warrior priest. Got native card. We've got the fencing school. So infantry deck for the faction can only deploy out infantry, and we actually got Aztec fortifications here. For the temples, we got the Kairona Temple and the Igorona Temple. So he's going for a shock deck. Standard fast fortress for the Indian player who has gotten good faith agreements. I don't see any team cards. Got playing Uromi Swordsman. But it looks like an elephant deck if I were to hazard a poor guess. For the Chinese player, we do have the beginner deck selected. What's this card? Amadi's Market. Shifts on market rickshaw, improves the sell rates and buy rates. So better sell rates with a slightly better buy rates. Huh, so it's more of a weighted towards sell. At what point can how many cards can affect market stuff? Is this some sort of weird build where one civilization can get really good sell rates to the point where it becomes potentially even profitable? That are not the Italians and their unique Lombards. We got Taj Mahal put out here, which gives them the ceasefire, as well as some coin pawn shipment. For the Autumn player, we got a deck named Aggro. No team cards as well. Quartermaster being researched up, and we're back to the Japanese. So most players don't really have a full-on team deck with a lot of team cards. Over the Japanese player goes, he probably should have actually gone for a team Nido sooner, quicker rather than later, because that would benefit his entire team. And it looks like he already has gone for one card of the Sawmill. I sort of disagree with that. I think he should have gone for the team collection rate, because after all, this improves his own collection rate by 20%, but this will effectively improve his entire team by 24% for all resources. A ruin of the first lost city of Cibola contains 415 food. Eagle Scout does spot the consulate. We do now the age up here. The Toshogu Shrine has been deployed on out, which is a base at ×2 shrine. And now we do have the Cherry Blossom Festival now being researched. Model players now advance to Commerce Age. Chinese players the last one to advance to Commerce Age, and that is Orange. Let's take a look at the Chinese player. Got multiple cards being shipped on in, including Lamb Grab. He's going to now start his age up. Huh. I wonder how much research he's got in the field. Also, currently has nothing. Wait. That's not the okay, that's just a standard export rate. Fortune Tower now being employed in the field. Got a round of Coyote Runners, very nice. Though against the Ottomans, the Coyote Runners are not going to be super great, except if he goes for Albus Guns, those are light infantry. Because I just think in my mind, the Ottoman player can only build heavy infantry from the barracks. Janissaries would be good, Azaps would be good, as well as Fusiliers would be good, Nazim Fusiliers. In this case, he has gone for the Artillery Foundry, so the Coyote Runners are a good item against that. If he deploys that out, we're not going to talk about this upgrade he's going for. And we do also have Stagecoach being researched by Blue as well. He has one trade post here. And this trade post would be a full 360 around the map, so this will improve everybody. So he is going for trade. Stagecoach will affect all players on the map who has a trade post in the field. If I'm reading that correctly. Let's just wait for it to be upgraded. Going for a round of Albus Guns. Coyote Runners would be a good counter to that. He's going for a round of Holocaust. And yep, that appears to be one giant trade route. His unique Grenadier is also heavy infantry, but unlike other heavy infantries, they are not good against shock or cavalry. And so, Coyote Runners will be equally as good against them as well. So, Aztecs Coyote Runners, good option. Japanese player just played out a round of something. Got a round of Naginata Riders. We do have another sheeple still over here I can see on the map. Trying to highlight him. There he is. I was trying to get the audio effect, but wrong game. You now have the extensive fortifications now being researched. Red is now pushing forward with his Naginata Riders, as well as the Ottoman Albus Guns. Let's see, what does the Aztec player has? The has a shipment available, going for Warrior Priests. He appears to be 6 Warrior Priests here. He actually has 7. You can't rally them. I really wish you could have ability to rally them onto the fire pit, because that would be very nice, honestly. As well as some of the other cards is like if you have it can auto cast to something else if you have it maxed out. That's something I really wish the Aztecs get as well for the Warrior Priest. Those 2 quality life changes would be great for the Aztecs. Got Obelisk guns here, hitting some Coyote Runners. They do 60% less damage versus shock infantry, such as the Coyote Runners. We got some delis here, a cavalry that hits pretty fast. So Coyote Runners will be relatively equal footing versus them. No bonus damage, no negative damage. We do also got some bandit riflemen doing 40 base damage, which is pretty good units to convert. And of course a bandit rider, which does a 14. Probably been better to kill them off. I think it's better for the Aztecs to kill off the treasure guardians than trying to convert any of them, because the double experience aura I value more than their pitiful lives. And we got this Grenadier, also going to be hacked apart by Coyote Runners. Or settler improvement complete. Who on earth that's for, I have no idea. And now we do see the Coyote tactics getting through the Coyote Runners increase hit points and speed. Now the base speed is 6.88, which is pretty fast. And a little bit extra health never hurts as well. He's maxed out on Warrior Priest right now. Once he realizes it, he can task on to something else. I like the Mine Calendar shipment myself. As a great way just to start getting age up without really collecting resources for it. Though the experience right now is not half bad as well. 11 experience per second is very nice. Right now, I don't know what he should go for. Nothing. Actually, no. High Priest Exilton may be pretty good right now for a shipment. Make his Warrior Priest work even better. 10% more effective, effectively giving him +1 experience per second. Which is okay, honestly. Does take up Orange's what's it called? Warrior Priest? Warrior Monk? I forget what it's called. Blue, red, and orange, not being aggressive. The only person being aggressive in the field right now is just yellow. Cyan is booming up. Cyan scores a little bit low. We do have a fort being put on the Cyan player. Let's take a look at the French player. What is he eyeing? Villagers. Honestly, the French player being in the middle and just economic boom is probably a good idea. The Indian player, however, is going for a good number of elephants. And we do got a number of Gurkhas here. The Aztec player has 3 shipments available. He's aging up, so we'll go for a number of good things. Ruthlessness allows your Coyote Runners to get bonus damage versus villagers, as well as the Slingers and the Puma Spearmen, which is not bad. It's an increased bonus damage. Allows you to hit those villagers a little bit harder and faster, effectively negating their damage resistance they have to melee. Coyote is taking out the rest of these guys. We got some Janissaries just firing away at long range. And something else as well, everybody on the north side of the map has now aged up. Everybody on the southern side of the map has not aged up. He's aged up, has 3 shipments available. Not that great there, honestly. I think this card's just a little bit weak. But the Coyote Temple will probably not be that bad, which will give him plus 15% ranged armor. They have right now 10%. Plus 15% is, well, 25%. When you start armor stacking, it does really add up. Of course, you can't get pushed to ludicrous levels. He has plenty of coin right now. Is he going for a fast? I think he's going for a fast industrial. The Aztec in trait of mass producing Skull Knights is pretty good. Though he doesn't really have no stuff here. He does have Night Combat, which does affect the Skull Knights, but it's a 1 card, doesn't get the other Night Combat stuff. And now got the Ruthlessness, which allows Kyronas to hit villagers even harder. But he has not been aggressive with his current Kyronas runners to really warrant that card. Right now, just doesn't. He has not been hitting his, even tempting his opponent's villagers, so that card's just not that useful right now. He's going for the Vitality for faster villager production speed. He should have enough resources to age up, right? Yeah, he does. Maybe a good idea to do the fast age up. We do have farms out here. There's plenty of huntables on the field. The thing about the farms as well, they are also act as livestock pens, very useful. Additionally, you can only get one round of food research as the natives from the market. You have to go for the farm and plantation, get your food and gold and advanced food and gold research. Magenta has built up quite a sizable army. He's now going for the various farm research. The Indian player is going for some stuff. The only player who's not age 3 yet is Orange, who's walled himself in and gone for rice paddies. Not making usage of the local fauna, though there are some eagle coyote runners here, so maybe I was mistaken. Maybe he did slice apart some villagers. They're not, don't receive their veteran research yet. So they're not super difficult to deal with. Look at this army. This is a sizable army right there. Kashyyyks, which will be good against the Coyote Runners. Step Riders, which will be equal to Coyote Runners. Chuko News, which will be ineffective against Coyote Runners. And Queen Pikemen, which will be effective against Coyote Runners. Dawn for the British Ally has a bit of import stockpiled up. He can or export stockpiled up. You can trade the export for a bit of an import in the form of units, of course. Of course, can age up. Autumn player's not doing a whole much either. Red's now pushing forward. Or maybe not. Industrial age for the Aztec. We'll see some Eagle Warriors. Not Eagle Warriors. Skull Knights. He is going for the native villagers. He's now going for the Great Campania, which affects both the farms and plantations, which is a pretty nice card. The Aztecs can get some decent farm upgrades and plantation upgrades. Because, believe it or not, the Aztecs had really good farming historically. You know as well, if you read the fine print for fencing school, it does not affect Skull Knights and it does not affect Warrior Priests. It doesn't say plus, that is just simply so they build at normal rates at the community plaza. I made that mistake myself. I read that as like, oh, it affects them? Yes, it negatively affects them. Knight hit points being researched as well. Oh, he had that one as well. So he has 2 of the Knight upgrades. He needs to cancel Knight hit points, just go straight for Knight combat. Knight combat just that, but better. Twice as good. Got some Eagle Runner Knights being put on the field, which are similar to light cavalry. This is the Aztec trade post. He could go for this one here to get more of the local natives as villagers. Skull Knights are still my favorite unit in the game, followed by the heavy cannon. Another person advanced industrial, both the Indian player. Let's see, Tremere Gates, which is the faster collection rate one, if I remember correctly. Nope, that's not. And not sure what the other one is. Oh, the Aztec player backed out of the game. Maybe crashed. Maybe lost connection. The French. What's the Frenchie doing? It's not looking good for the Indian player. I think he crashed. If he's confused, like, the Aztec player is in a great position, but everybody's now sort of progressing to the next age. The French player is running a little bit behind, going with some falconets. He doesn't have a whole lot of coin or any coin income at the moment. Indian player is going for Honored Gurkhas, the guard upgrade for the Gurkhas. Chinese players going for Villagers. Sounds pretty fitting. Red, blue, and orange have all set up some walls, and blue has fortified his walls, and even taking time to place walls next to the road. Not big surprise. And right now, yellow has also these trade posts, so there's no way to get rid of them. Maybe if somebody is out of the game, those trade posts should just be randomly assigned to a teammate, or they just get demolished. Or maybe the teammates can click a button and claim them. There was some that mechanics say in Ash's Singularity, where you can just simply claim territory from the AI ally. Magenta starting to push way forward, has a good number of Gurkhas. It also brings him some Ottoman allies. Purple is pushed way forward. Purple is attacking, you're not. Malhout Lancers are heavy elephants that do good, a little bit of good AoE. Some of the a little bit less than Grenadiers, just good AoE. Their base damage is pretty high. They're great versus infantry, not okay versus heavy infantry, so Chukunos get annihilated. Their siege damage is 470, and for a 7 pop unit, that is roughly 17 damage per siege damage. So there's some of actually Grenadiers, but that structure quick goes on down. And the losing wonders like that is quite important. Some of the villagers not going down. Magenta's straightforward. Gurkhas engaging this various stuff. These are cavalry archers, which will see bonus damage from the Gurkhas. We do also have a number of the Yumi archers here, unupgraded, and I got some Ashigaru musketeers as well. They're also unupgraded. Red coats straightforward. I thought I saw some AZAPs within his composition, but he may have lost them all. Magenta's just now storming way forward. Once there's a stampede of elephants, it's hard to stop them. The 7 population for 1,600 health, which is, you know, about 100 health per, or no, 170 health per pop, which is not too terribly bad. In comparison, the redcoats have more health per pop. The biggest thing what makes the elephants good is, statistically, they're not too high for the population cost. But they do have 47 damage and 2 AoE and the health to get into range. So that's why they do perform so well. They're simply bulky enough to do maintain the damage of their good damage. Magenta's pushed way forward. Cyan has so far not pushed way forward. Chinese player has no resources at the moment, trying to go for more banner armies and Mongolian Scourge. We do have the Ottoman player trying to go for more delis, but does have, looks like 3 production queues. Actually, no, just 2 production queues, and he's actually maxed out on villagers at the moment. 45 out of 45. Japanese player is trying to go for hill castle and some mortars. Try to get some defensive keeps. He had like more of a defensive deck for a Japanese player. These elephants are breaking on way full through, taking some severe damage, however. But it is that point where just keep on cleaving your opponent's base is probably a good idea. The Frenchman is eyeing for more villagers, has some dragoons. Cyan starting to stream some units support out Magenta. Aztecs out of the game. And the Indian player is going for more elephants and more Gurkhas. The Shimmer of Wood has 3 shipments available. Not a lot of food at the moment, has a lot of amount of coins, so maybe a good idea to go for the higher Indian Jats. Yep, so this will Indian Jot Lancers. We'll give them 8 Jot Lancers and 1 of their wives. This is also +1. Oh yeah, that's just the +1 villager picks. These elephants push away 4, gain some damage. Chinese player has 12 villagers, and we got less villagers now. The Ottoman player has 45 and has not fixed that. And the Japanese player does have 35. While the Frenchman, who hasn't done much, has 76. So the Frenchman has more villagers than all their opponents combined at the moment. Aztecs. And the Indian player does have 50 as well. So overall, the northern team just has a great economy. It may be 2v3. It may be mostly a 1v1. But Team North side is doing good work and just lost his cherry orchard there. Mortar's not going to do crap versus these elephants. They're doing eventually 23 damage. Mine times by 0.4. Flaming arrows don't do any negative damage versus cavalry, but they don't do bonus damage either. Yeah, it looks like Team North side is disintegrating. Science pushing forward quite a bit of artillery. Slowly taking out some other structures. And look at all those villagers going on down. They don't have any increased health at the moment. They didn't really need it until now, but even then, a couple more hits won't really stop the rampaging elephants. The Frenchman's still at 8, now finally going to H4, going for the Tycoon. And looks like the Chinese player does back of the game. The Ottoman player backs the game, and the Japanese player backs the game. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.